Welcome to Monday Musings over here on Quack Co, the board game channel where every video is 10 minutes or less guaranteed.
Or double your money back.
And we want to ask you a very simple question. What are your favorite horror movies?
Yeah.
Like, what are the stories you love to experience?
You know, one of my favorite horror movies that scares me even to this day, even though I'm a full-grown adult, is the Pet Sematary. Because I saw it as a kid, the original one.
The book is
the book is very dark, yeah. But I remember we were watching it really late at night, and there's the scene where the sister is breathing, and she's like the crazy dragon lady. Her back is all messed up, and you hear... and then she starts dying, and then the sister's like, no, I'm not going to save you, and like slams the door. That scene to this very day still freaks me out.
Is that why you always glance in my direction awkwardly whenever I like have to do my deep breath in because my throat's tickly?
Yeah, it's also why I touch your back all the time to make sure you're not really a dragon lady.
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
The other part of that movie that gets me is when the little boy comes back to life, and he goes, I just play with mommy, and she was fun. I play with daddy, and I play with him. Now I want to play with you. It's like, oh, just really, really terrible.
Okay, so for me, the first nightmare I ever had from scary movies was Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Where they had, it was aliens or something like that. It was like ghosts or something like that.
Okay.
But the masks didn't come off.
Oh.
It was one of the first times where they like catch the bad guy, they get him, they go to pool, and suddenly
and there's nothing.
The thing is real. The creature they're dealing with is like one of these like mythics, like
the abominable snowman.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Dracula, whatever.
And I was so freaked out as a kid because I was used to this. This was an established storyline.
You naughty kids.
You get caught. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you rascally kids.
Yep.
And the mask didn't come off. And I remember I was up. I remember my mom coming in and like comforting me. I just was so freaked out. From there, I've grown into a horror movie connoisseur.
Oh, absolutely.
Big fan of the classic Saw.
Love.
Yeah, I mean,
the original. Sure.
Call me weird, but like I like some like psychologically thrilling tests in that. I don't love the blood and gore. I don't mind that. It doesn't bug me, but I'm also not looking for that. It's not the viscera that I'm there for.
Sure.
What I'm there for is the idea of what would you do to survive and what type of in this life punishment is worthy of the crimes that you've committed. Because that's the concept. You have this madman who is seeking justice through horrible means.
Sure.
But doing so in his own application, he's giving you the chance to redeem yourself. And I think that's interesting.
He's kind of like if Batman were maybe not a good guy.
Evil Batman.
Evil Batman.
I think the newer ones have completely ruined the franchise. I would like them to go back to the heart of what it originally was, but that's very hard to do.
Do you know what my brother-in-law's name is?
Ooh, what, Chucky?
John Kramer, which is exactly
really?
what Saw is. I think it's really funny.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So Saw is one of my favorites. I also like a lot of weird indie ones. Like there's one called Tire. Or Rubber. It's a wheel going down the road that has psychological powers and it explodes people's heads. There's one that I watched just recently. I forget what it's called, but it's basically about a girl, Titanium or Titan. She gets like brain trauma because her father gets in a car accident. She has like a metal plate in her head, and she's just absolutely murdering everyone around her. But it also has to deal with like. It's kind of her dealing with abuse in her life and like potentially like parental like abuse and stuff, in physical abuse, and it's like her version of processing it is to not engage with the abuse but justify it through slaughtering people around her. It's like a psychological thriller. Shutter Island is a classic.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. I
Big fan of some of these.
Some of my favorites are I either go true potential era where it's not really real but it could be real, like like
Stranger Things.
No, like all the deserted ones where you're going down some random back roads in West Virginia, because I used to live in Virginia and I used to ski in West Virginia all the time, and you'd like go into it's a beautiful place, and then all of a sudden you meet people with 7 teeth combined for the entire family, and you're like, ugh,
you're talking
about
like The Hills Have Eyes.
The Hills Have Eyes, yeah. And there's one that was like Desperate Road or something along those lines, but yeah, where you're hiding away away. You're trying to escape
real life
the weird
can be
people.
more terrifying than some of the things we come up with.
It can. And the other ones that I skew way off to the other side of like using I believe it's called The Evil Dead, and it is like the grossest movie ever made. Just all of it is either jump scary or just for purposes of being gross.
I don't like jump scares. I don't find that they're scary. I find that they're just shock.
Sure, I think there's a good use for jump scares,
and they get in the right really movie. Bad.
That's probably the more reason. Yeah.
Shira will not watch scary movies with us at all. All right, but the whole point of this conversation is to ask you what your favorite horror movies are. And have you set up a narrative for us? We're playing through Final Girl. We're absolutely loving this. We're going to have like 6 or 7 gameplay videos over on the main channel by the time this is all done. And we're getting to the point now where we're mixing and matching scenarios.
Right.
We have the Ratchet Lady and the Asylum from Season 2, Wave 2.
Super excited.
But we also have all of this pack from Season 1. Yep. So I'm going to quickly go through the names. And I want you to leave a comment down below letting me know what story you want to see us set up.
Yeah.
What villain... What heroine
location.
And what location. And give me a sentence or two on how the narrative is starting, and then we'll call you out. We'll read your comment aloud, and we'll play through some of your narratives over on the main channel. So this will be very fun. So we have Ratchet Lady, we have the Asylum, we have Carnival of Blood, and we have the Puppet Master.
Yep.
We have some of the classic, which is going to be Camp Happy Trails, and The Butcher.
Absolutely.
We have, let's see here.
Look on this one.
Where is the
Incantabra?
Incantabra, which is going to be like the African
African themed mask guy
villain, and we have Sacred Groves, which Sacred Groves is this sort of like resort park area. So this is going to be more of a tribal. You're going to the Amazon and you're being accosted by the cannibals.
More like on safari.
That type of thing. Yeah. We have
our Poltergeist.
Creech Manor and the Poltergeist. So this is going to be like a haunted house and, of course, a ghost. We have Dr. Fright, who's going to be like the Dr. Death, a medical physician.
Yeah, almost with an air of Leatherface.
Absolutely.
As well,
well, also it's not. He goes into your dreams. He's going to be ripping you apart. Freddy. Yeah. Krueger. And we have Maple Lane, which is going to be a very nice little hometown village. And we have
that's just our cast.
That's it. That's going to be our cast and crew. So, what story do you want to see? Do you want the butcher to be walking down the city block? Do you want the nightmare to happen in the insane asylum? Like instead of dealing with your own ghosts or a real thing, you're now fighting the demons that are actually in your head. Yeah. There's a lot of options here.
Yeah, we could have the poltergeist in the insane asylum because it was so crazy and so many weird things in that.
And we also have the birds, by the way. If you just want to see the birds, the crows descend upon the map, I always consider them ducks.
Add that to anything.
We could add that to basically anything. So, let us know, what horror movie do you love? What horror movies do you recommend? And what story or scenario do you want to watch us play over on the main channel? Because this game really, especially when Season 2 comes out, can combine about anything into anything. Either way, we'll see you next time.